stories which are just making us more unhappy after the screening than we were before going to the room. I want to read the reality as something where there is potential, there is something good going on, even in the middle of the tragedy. This is my concept, my perception of the world which I am just interested to dig in.
You said happiness, and it said that individual happiness has been possible to reach just all the nation has gone through psychotherapy.
Well, I'm born Polish, I think that Poland needs it in national therapy right now because the country is going back to the Middle Ages. Well, I mean, these are the processes which, I mean, we're living in the very special part of Europe, the world, but the Europe, which is, I mean, the communist is, I wouldn't say it's over. It's in hiding somehow. And we are changing, there is a transition, we are changing, we're changing the values, we're changing the way of life, we're changing the economical status. And there is attached to a lot of dramas, a lot of, choices and decisions which are taking in daily life. And this is a great material for a filmmaker. So I'm just happy that I'm living now and here.
Have you found, in which way have you found this story?
Well, it's actually a coincidence, which it's difficult to believe maybe, but it's true. Because when you make an international project, it's just the filmmakers, you know that you find a topic, an issue, and you write the script, the treatment after a short research, and you are applying for money, and it takes a year to finance the film. So when you go with the crew to the location, nothing is there, and that was the case. It was not first time that happened to me. There's a film, Vodka Factory. Did you see, some of you, Vodka Factory? It's a good film. Yes, it was exactly the same. I just, when I arrived with the film crew, the factory was actually non-existent. So I just decided after a few days of heavy drinking and just trying to find a solution, we decided just to cast, to find girls who were applying for job in the factory, because there were very few people left, and they were applying. There were new people searching for jobs, applying for jobs in the factory. And when you find our heroes in this, in the story, the hero was found on location. And all this, what happened in Vodka Factory, is such a coincidence that the mother got a letter and from her lover, from youth. It was just happening in front of the camera. Here it was more or less the same, because I have a Russian production manager. She's a friend of mine since decades, and we are working together. And she's always promising me the topic in the summer and not far from the Black Sea. It's my dream. I really want to go to the Black Sea in the summertime. Never succeed. We go to Siberia. We go to in January, in February. So this time was really concerned. He promised me, yes, it will be I wanted to make a film about the local provincial mental hospital, which, I know this. I've been to those places for 2 decades ago. Now it's different. And it was really funny, because usually the life was more normal inside the hospital than outside. And I wanted to make such a film. And she told me she found such a place. She even went to this place and took some pictures of some people talking, and they were really convincing. So I just collected the money, and we went in November, late November, -27, to Nizhny Novgorod. And there was the only thing that is a group of depressed people, neurotic people. And what the hell? This is nothing what I've been promised. Then we are professionals, so we have those, some tools that, for example, if I would just suddenly, of some reason, being asked to make a film here, I would ask the photographer to observe you very carefully, very long shots, just observing. And the camera is saying things. I mean, which you probably wouldn't say it in words, but I could see it in expression. If some, it's a body language. It's emotional. It's very emotional. And he told me, listen, there is a guy in this group. Whenever I make a pan, I always come to him, check him. I've seen this guy, it was Olek, and I just, okay, he was maybe the most interesting of all because he was different. He was different. So I approached him during a break, and he was quarreling with his mother, who was pissed off that he couldn't fix a date with the girlfriend. For the first, he didn't have a girlfriend, he was just a girl, so it was not easy to fix a date. But I approached them and I started sharing my bad experiences with women, my real failures, and said, don't worry, just go on. I mean, you will succeed sooner or later. So we became friends from the scratch. And then the grandmother came and she started yelling, accusing the mother for something. It was a hell of a tragedy there. And we got it on tape. So that's it. The day after we were shooting the first sequence, and then things happened. And very early in the process, the mother came with this idea, which was, from my point of view, genius idea, just to put him in the theater school, because he had great problems with approaching, actually with contact with other people, and especially women. He was hopeless. He was doing stupid things. He was just getting scared. And so the concept was that let's put him in the theater school where he will have to go in the roles and different characters. A bastard, a gambler, Romeo, or whatever, or Don Juan. Or so. And the idea with Don Juan was the girls, because the girls accepted him like a younger brother or something. And they said, well, girls, you have problems with us? Okay, Don Juan. And, well, we just followed the process. It was impossible to instruct him. I have nothing, I'm not instructing, I'm provoking things, but I'm never instructing, it's not working. But to provoke him, it was useless, because he would pretend, he would try to make us happy and play somebody which was ridiculous. It was not really funny to see it.
What is story about? It's about autism. It's not about autism.
Well, I don't really care, because the majority of the psychologists, they say it's a kind of autism.
Yeah, it's
Others say Asperger.
Yeah.
What I can say that there is this trauma behind it. He was 2.5 or something years old, and his father dropped him on this concrete wall and left him in the cold. And he was yelling there, was crying, screaming for about 3-4 hours. And the neighbors, they just found him and he survived. I mean, I would be autistic or Asperger if I would survive this. Probably some of us wouldn't survive this. He survived. And from my point of view, it's this trauma. But he didn't speak after that. He didn't say a word. He couldn't count, which is, for autistic children, is typical. He was totally destructive, self-destructive, until he was 7. And then when he was 7, a group of psychiatrists and psychologists from Scandinavia, basically from Sweden, arrived there and they checked him, and they told there is no chance to help him. He should be left in peace, just for himself, slowly to try. You who know something about autism, that they should stay in the same interior.
Routine, yeah.
Yes, even same curtains, same colors, same people taking care of him. But the mother, something happened with the mother. She decided to, she's still doing that, to make a normal person of him.
Yeah, what is normal? Or maybe questions for audience.
Yeah, but that's just to end of this. And she was working day and night, and it's her creation. Olek is her. She is talking today, communicating. He's not only he was. He has high education behind him, and now listen. Now he is working in tax authorities in Nizhny Novgorod. Wow. Can you imagine to be a taxpayer, having to do with him as an official from tax authorities?
And is mother happy now?
His mother is not happy because he can't get a man. She can't get a man. That's her problem. She needs a therapy. That's the truth. That's the truth. The mother is more unhappy than he is. Yeah. And we didn't try to help the mother. But this general, this colonel, he was funny because he was in the beginning, he was a little bit interested. A little bit interested. And he became a part of the film because he was also in the therapy. He had some trauma. And after 2 weeks, he said, Jurek, I am very sorry. I would love to stay with you and make this film and just being here, but when I look at her, I just want to go away and never come back. I hate her. So it didn't work.
Would you like to make a film about his mother?
No. No. It's enough. I'm done with her. No. But there is something weird. I probably could see this on the edge of incest. This massage, and he is really, he doesn't want to look at her when he's doing this. But she is somehow But she was a brave, and the problem is that she did a great job. Really, it was just achievement, and everybody says that. I mean, scientists are writing dissertations about this process. But now she's the problem.
Yeah, thank you for discovering so deep and so many dimensions of this story. Any question?
How long did it take you to film?
Well, actually, 4 weeks. In two turns, because since this story with Tonya appeared, and I have to Tonya is they were not dating each other. It was just a friendship. Olek was. That's why I just stopped the shooting at least, because I was afraid. I'm not a psychologist, so I was really worried. I didn't want to go too far with them, because I just felt that there was something happening with him. But she was studying. She told me to stay cool because nothing wrong is happening, because she was studying psychology and psychiatry before she became an actress. So she knew what the thing was about. He didn't want to lose her as a friend, as a person, because he felt comfortable with her in the beginning, before the emotions came. Because after that, it was impossible to shoot them together, because he was just making gymnastics, jumping, screaming. He was performing all the time, so it was not fun anymore. But they met a few times after the shooting was fulfilled. As a friends, and then this professor, the old professor, who is a very famous psychiatrist, he he kind of arranged a friend for Olek, a girl who is in the therapy. She's a violinist, and they came close through the music, because he likes somehow the music, and she's playing violin in a very high level, and they're just dating somehow, innocently, going out, taking pictures, photographies, and listening to the music. And mother is...
Thank you for the movie. I have a question regarding the organizational issues. Was it easy or difficult? Or what was the process of convincing people to be filmed? How difficult was it to get release forms?
Well, I mean, this is the issue that I'm actually teaching, yes, how to deal with. But I have no good answers because it differs from case to case. The thing is that either you get it or not. If it doesn't work, you should just leave the location, choose the other one. I mean, it's a thing that's getting people enthusiastic about something. Let's do something together, yes? Then I have this, which I don't talk about it in the beginning of the shooting, but I kind of, it's recompensation, yes. I usually pay people in the end of the process because they spend time with us. Sometimes they just don't go to work, and they're offering something, they're giving something. We're earning money on them, we're living on them, yes? We use them and we make films about them and we just earn money and they don't get a thing. So my principle is that, especially in Russia, if you, it's very respected, well, so to say. But the process, but it's on the end of the process, yes? But it's just that we talk, and they are asking me, what is the film about? I say, I don't know. Oh, how could I? If I knew, I wouldn't make documentaries. I just push it, and just, because we had this discussion where this staging, I never use staging because it's not working. I provoke things to happen. And I say that, for example, you are in a conflict, yes? I know about it, yes? I know about it. But you live in Berlin, or you live in Salzburg, yes? Of course, I will provoke a meeting, but not informing you. You will meet in, let's say, Paris. I will never say that. I will just somehow get you to come to the same place in the same time. And this is the end of my job, because the rest is you. Everything what happens from this moment is documentary, because it's real. I'm saying documentary, it's real. And because, I mean, I'm a filmmaker, I'm not a journalist, I'm not a social worker, I'm just making films, telling stories. And filmmaking is one thing, and just reporting is another thing. And I'm not interested in reporting. I want to come to the conclusion. I mean, I hope that you, if I would ask you, probably each of you would leave this room with some kind of a message, of one sentence, which is, I mean, defining the feeling which you got during this screening. This is my direction, this is my destination. I want to say something. I'm not just showing you, sharing, listen, I'm such a nice guy because we portray unhappy people. No, I want to say something to you. I share my experience because I am just asking questions and answering for myself. So I'm actually sharing with you the answers I come to during the process. Is it
How did you manage that they were not disturbed by the presence of the camera? Because they seemed really comfortable.
But this is so simple. If this is a true story, where they are in the deep shade, some kind of, yes? And so they don't care about this, and especially we behave, I mean, I just had some students once on location, in the evening they asked who was the director, because they couldn't get it, that there was no silence, take, or we don't even talk during the shooting, because we know from the beginning what we are looking for is we're open for what's going on. That's why the film, when somebody asks me, what is the film? I don't know. I don't know yet. I know in the middle of in the end of the shooting and in the middle of the editing. Then more or less I know, because I have to take decisions. I open for, I mean, sometimes you make a film about love and it's a film about something else, hate or fear for love. So
There were-
your question, it's I don't know. It's difficult to answer this question.
There were no problems to get them to agree to film. No, there were.
No, never in Russia. No.
Thank you.
Maybe it's their way. How do they can get their message through?
I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling that the majority just want to have fun together with us. And I just have nothing against it. I want to have fun too. So we have something in common. And I'm telling the truth. It's very much about having fun together.
Also, for me, thank you for the film. I also kept wondering throughout the film whether if he was so shy, how did he agree? But that was already answered. But I had another question. Did Olek himself saw the film and did he comment on it?
Yeah, he is really happy. The mother is less happy, but she understood, yes. She understood it. I mean, she said, okay, I mean, no reservations, but it was very heavy to see myself as such. Am I that way? Yes, you are. Yes, they did. Of course, I had to check it with them because it's about them. And the colonel was very happy too.
He was.
Yeah.
Do you speak Russian?
Yes, I do.
It helped you to be
Oh,
in
yes,
contact.
But I'm kind of don't dare to speak Russian because I have a very nasty crew. They're bastards. They teach me words and expressions that they just. Я могу так ляпнуть, что вообще. Я боюсь рот открыть.
Ладно,
Не,
нет.
я говорю на русском, я все понимаю, все. Особенно, как мы немножко попьем, погуляем вместе, то все.
Это цена, знаете.
Но, в принципе, да.
Any more questions?
Did you show the film to the characters before the premiere or after or during?
Well, to be honest, there was no real premiere because there are some festivals which want to have the world premiere. Yes? In that case, it was Amsterdam. So we decided if you are invited to the competition in Amsterdam, you don't screw it up. So we waited for this. And then actually, I don't know, because I'm actually changing the airports and then traveling to different places and just talking about this film. And I know nothing about promotion. We have an agent who is probably, I don't know, planning some distribution or something, but don't ask me. But no, we didn't, because there was no premiere yet.
No, my question or the point was more that did you show the film to the characters before screening it on public or in terms of if they could have a say before?
Well, not to all of them, because I don't have access to some of them. Of course, the main characters, the girls at school, the school, mother, grandmother, Olek, and this psychologist, this woman. Yes.
Yeah, and what she said.
Well, she knows what she's doing because this is a certain concept. And it's working. People are queuing. There is a long line every day to this treatment. But for me, it's totally crazy. But the explanation is that she says Olek is kind of sleeping. We have to wake him up.
For me, it's a healing trauma with another trauma.
Oh yes, it is. Yes. And it was I will tell you this is but he offered us, she offered us another sequence, which was much worse. They asked a girl in the group to take off her clothes and asked Olek to take off her clothes. and she was kind of trying to get them to arouse each other or something. Of course, we didn't go there, but it didn't work. And she was really upset because it didn't work. No, I think they're kind of maniacs, but it's not forbidden. It's a legal therapy, and in many cities they are very popular because people who have no hope, actually, they lose hope. They are so deep. This professor is very successful, extremely successful. And he's helping people with very deep neurosis and on a totally different way without all those violent actions. But this was just, I wanted to call police because I didn't know that. We didn't know that we were following Olek. And I said to the temporary, yes, we follow you. And it was not a big room. And I was just checking something, and so I see there is a woman, riding him like a horse. And it's what the hell is going on? And the sound technician, who is Russian, he says, lay down, Sally, stay and watch. This is a filmmaking. It happens every day. And it did, of course. And he's going to this therapy, by the way. He's still going. He's going to all therapies. He wants to be a normal man, and that is the problem, that it's impossible.
Yeah, normality. What is normal? Yeah.
Don't ask me. I don't consider myself to be normal. I don't know.
Have you met any normal person?
Well, I was trying to go to my wives, but maybe they were normal, me not, I don't know.
You should marry, if you meet some normal person, you should marry.
If I would marry now? No way. 4 times, it's enough. No, I'm not designed for that. Loving somebody is one thing, and marriage is a different thing. It's not.
Yeah, normality. What does it mean to make someone normal? And what does it mean to make someone normal in Russia, from your point of view?
But this is too big topic for me. I don't know. I'm not just this kind of. But what I can say that for example, the questions. I am living in Sweden with 7 years, and I mean, probably they are percentage-wise there is the same amount of unnormal and unhappy people in Sweden as it is in Russia, or maybe even more. The problem is that we have to create the places, the tools for people to help them and to help themselves, because this is the big part of the therapy is when you have a good motivation, you can do a lot. The problem is the lack of the motivation, and here we can help it.
Yeah, and it means we need therapy for all society to include, to accept.
Well, this is a very big issue, and I'm not good at it. But I think that Olek is improving because he has enormous motivation. He has a certain vision of a normal man, which probably comes from TV or somebody who's watching TV frequently. And I still don't know, because I have doubts about Olek. I don't feel comfortable until today. I'll never make a film again with a person who is, according to my norms, fully normal. I've never tried, because I'm responsible for it. But I mean, in this film, I'm defending the right to be different and be different, yes? And we should accept it. If we don't accept it, we should go away. But changing this person by force is the worst thing I can see. It's not the right thing to do.
Thank you for it.
Thank you.